Welcome, listeners, to the Functional Edge podcast. I'm your host, Emily Throckmorton. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about my first time racing as an individual in the Women's Pro Division for Hyrox. If you're unfamiliar with what Hyrox is, it combines both running and functional workout stations, where each participant will run 1,000 meters followed by one functional workout station, repeated 8 times. The 8 workout stations are the ski erg, sled push, sled pulls, burpee broad jumps, rowing, farmer's carry, sandbag walking lunges, and lastly, 100 wall ball shots before you finish the finish line. Each race is hosted indoors in really big convention halls, creating an immersive and electrifying race where spectators can support you from the very beginning to the very end. This race format remains consistent across the globe, enabling global leaderboards and a cumulative world championships at the end of each race season. This is both accommodating for professional athletes and the everyday fitness enthusiast looking to take their training to the next level. Hyrox is the sport for every single person. This specific race that we went to was located in Las Vegas, Nevada. We flew in on a Thursday from Virginia Beach with my husband, my 11-month-old, and a friend of ours, and we competed on Saturday. This gave us a whole day to get ourselves situated before the race started. There was a 3-hour time change, so I'm glad we had a day to kind of get our sleep situated before we competed. So why did we choose to do a Hyrox? We have been training for months to do this. We have monthly Hyrox simulations to prepare, and we wanted to honestly just to test our fitness. Some people go on vacations to relax. We actually go on vacations so that we can push ourselves in physical activities like this. For the past few months, I've been training pushing my son in a stroller, and although I push myself at home, nothing comes to the intensity level when you're competing at this level. My mindset is I get to do these hard things. It's a privilege to be able to push myself both mentally and physically to see what I'm capable of doing. I definitely had some pre-race jitters, but I made sure that the day before I went to Whole Foods and I stocked up on recovery drinks. I got a big thing of chicken and rice, avocados, coffees, and fruits. This ensured that I was completely prepared for the day. I was not going to rely on the strip of Las Vegas, Nevada to make sure I was fueled for the day, because you're going to get greasy foods, you're going to get foods that you don't normally eat, and we definitely do not recommend eating something new before race day. I also packed electrolytes, so I'm a big fan of Element, and so they have these packets, 0 sugar added, just everything you sweat out. And when we were there, the air was so dry, I could not get hydrated enough. So I would definitely highly recommend bringing electrolytes whenever you travel. I also brought overnight oats, so I had quick carbs in the morning. I made sure that the first thing in the morning I was hydrated and fueled for the event. I tried my best to consume water throughout the competition so that I would stay hydrated itself. The race itself was ran really well. My heat took off at 12:40 with about 20 other women who were all very fast and very strong. I had tried my hardest to keep up with them. They were such a great push for me. I was wearing my New Balance Fuel Cells running shoes, and I honestly loved them for this race. I felt light on my feet, and for the 1,000 meters, I felt grounded, and I felt grounded for all the stations that I went to. I'll be honest though, where things got dark were the burpee broad jumps. That was kind of at the point where my heart rate was about 190, and my mouth was so dry, my legs hurt, and so did my lungs. This is where mental toughness came into play. I had to push myself to keep going. The race took me about 1 hour and 19 minutes to finish. And when I came through that finish line after those 100 wall balls, I collapsed to the floor. I was done. But you know what? I looked up and I saw my husband with my baby, and I immediately got up, went over and scooped him up and brought him up onto the finish line stage. It was his first time saying mama as well. And right in that moment, I knew it was all worth it. I was showing my son what strength looked like. This race altered my mindset around fitness, endurance, and how I can incorporate more speed and longer runs to get better at this sport. By day one, I had won my heat and placed 7th in my age group. But by day two, I had received a 7-minute penalty and got kicked out of the leaderboard. I also believe I forgot to win one of the 1,000-meter runs. Whoops. Things got a little dark there for a little. I also wanted to sign up for another race this year, but unfortunately they are all booked up for the entire year. But we will continue to train once a week, Hyrox style, and once a month we will be hosting a Hyrox simulation. I am still recovering from this event, and I already look forward to 2026 schedule. If you're looking to test your fitness, I highly recommend trying one, or maybe trying one at your gym to start. If you have any questions about the Hyrox and how to get started, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, or reach out to me via email at kaizenathleticsvb@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening to the Functional Edge podcast. I'll talk to you next time.